Hello everyone, welcome back again to Liverpool Report today. We've got the latest updates on our beloved club Liverpool, but before we dive in, make sure to subscribe so you never miss a moment of Liverpool Report news. Let's get started. What do you think Reds and neutrals are like? Is WIRTZ worth £126 million? Should Liverpool make a move for Cherki instead? And how worried should United be if Liverpool land their top target? Arneslot travelled to a scheduled transfer meeting with Ray and Cherki recently, despite a significant advance in Liverpool's pursuit of the Bayer Leverkusen attacking midfielder Florian Wirtz. It has emerged. The Reds have been locked in talks with the Bundesliga outfit over a deal for the sought-after Germany star. It's believed that Liverpool will have to smash their transfer record to land Wirtz, with Leverkusen valuing the 22-year-old at a monstrous £126 million. It emerged last week that Leverkusen have rejected both of Liverpool's bids to date, with an agreement yet to be reached. Striking a deal for Wirtz clearly remains Liverpool's priority, especially now that they essentially have a free run at the player after Bayern Munich pulled out of the race, but that hasn't stopped Slot from meeting Cherki for face-to-face talks. As first revealed by The Athletic, the Lion attacking midfielder held talks with Slot in France last week after the Dutchman left his holiday briefly. Cherki, 21, is widely expected to join Manchester City, but is also on Liverpool's radar. And the club and Slot decided to proceed with said meeting, which was scheduled before their pursuit of Wirtz accelerated to cover all bases in the case of any unexpected developments in negotiations with Leverkusen. The report goes on to add that City are favourites to sign Cherki after shelving their own plans to go after Wirtz, who favours a move to Anfield after being wooed in talks. Claims that Cherki has a €22.5 million, 19 million release clause in his contract are false, the report adds, with Lion determined to secure a far more substantial fee, despite the fact that the player's deal expires next summer. With talks over a deal for Wirtz continuing, there is optimism that an agreement will be reached despite the current stalemate. It has been speculated that a player could move in the opposite direction with Harveyelliott and Jarell Quansah admired by Leverkusen. Liverpool are also likely to pursue a deal for the Bournemouth left-back Milos Kerkez, while Hugo Ekitike of Eintracht Frankfurt has emerged as a striker target. L'Équipe, however, have now claimed that Chelsea are clear in their pursuit of the £60 million rated France under-21 star, with the Blues aiming to follow up their capture of Liam Delap from Ipswich Town with the former PSG starlet. Manchester United are chasing Brentford's explosive winger Bryan Mbeumo in what could become a major £50 million signing, a bold move by the club after their worst ever Premier League finish. Mbeumo is fresh off a stunning season for Brentford, scoring 20 goals and providing 8 assists in just 38 Premier League matches. He's been one of the most productive attackers in the league, and now United are confident of bringing him to Manchester in a deal that's not just about bolstering their front line, it's about making a statement of intent. This move comes after United missed out on Liam Delap, the Ipswich striker they were eyeing alongside Matthias Cunha. Delap chose Chelsea in a £30 million deal, forcing United to rethink their forward strategy. That pivot led them straight to Mbeumo, and if the deal goes through, it could have major consequences for their Premier League rivals. Manchester United are chasing Brentford star Bryan Mbeumo in a move which could have a knock-on effect for rivals Liverpool. United had wanted to sign Ipswich striker Liam Delap alongside Wolves' Matthias Cunha, but are now looking at a £50 million deal from Mbeumo. Delap is heading to Chelsea in a £30 million transfer, having snubbed United and Everton, prompting a rethink at Old Trafford. Mbeumo enjoyed a wonderful campaign for Brentford, registering 20 goals and 8 assists in 38 Premier League matches, and is poised to change clubs in the summer transfer window. United are understood to be confident of landing Mbeumo, who has previously been linked with Liverpool, as well as Newcastle. Arne Slot's side have also been busy in the early stages of the summer transfer window, signing Jeremiafrimpong for £29.5 million, while chasing the signature of his former Bayer Leverkusen teammate, Florian Wirtz. Mbeumo plays in the same position as Mohamed Salah on the right wing and has a similar style, often cutting onto his left foot to shoot at goal. It had been suggested that the 25-year-old Cameroon international would therefore make a solid long-term successor to Salah. Salah signed a new 2-year contract with Liverpool back in April, but with the Egyptian star now 32 years old, and with a move to the Saudi Pro League still on the cards in the future, there is a need to plan ahead. If Mbeumo chooses to move to Old Trafford, then it would seem that Liverpool will need to go back to the drawing board. United are facing a crucial summer transfer window after finishing 15th in the Premier League and losing the Europa League final. Ruben Amorim wants to overhaul his underperforming squad, and the capture of Mbeumo alongside Cunha, who is joining in a £62.5 million move, would be a statement of intent. Brentford manager Thomas Frank has worked with Mbeumo for 6 years and has seen him blossom into one of the Premier League's most effective forwards. He knows that, despite finishing 10th, 5 places above United, the Bees will struggle to hold on to Mbeumo, who can command much higher wages elsewhere. "He's been fantastic," he told Sky Sports recently. "For me, it's been a privilege to work with him for 6 years and see his development from a teenager, I think he was 19 when he came, or a young man, to a more grown-up man in many ways. And that personal development, I think, is equally as important. I always knew he was a goal scorer. Now he's just a more consistent goal scorer. His hold-up play is even better, his assist play or link-up play, his work ethic is fantastic. So very impressed." Asked if he will remain a Brentford player next season, Frank replied, "Let's see. We all love him. I watch him every day. He comes in with a big smile, trains with a big smile. He loves to be a Brentford player, but let's see." Today, we're zooming in on a player who's been making waves on the right wing, Ben Doak. The 19-year-old caught plenty of attention during his loan spell at Middlesbrough before an injury sidelined his electric run. But now, with Mo Salah still king of the right flank and Jeremiafrimpong arriving, is there room for Ben at Liverpool? Sources say Arneslot gave the initial nod for Doak's Boro move. But the twist? Everton are sniffing around, ready to make a bold move for the Scottish starlet. Yes, Everton. And that's got Merseyside buzzing. With Doak's price tag set at £30 million and Crystal Palace and Ipswich already turned away, what's next for the young winger? Will he stay, be sold, or commit the unthinkable, cross the divide? We're breaking it all down right now on the Liverpool Report. Arne Slot gave Ben Doak the green light to complete his loan deal to Middlesbrough before Everton's pursuit of the Liverpool starlet. Doak spent this season on loan at Boro in a bid to boost his development. The winger made a positive impact in the first half of the campaign, managing 3 goals and 7 assists before suffering a thigh injury in January, which ended his season prematurely. However, it emerged last month via the Athletics Walk On podcast that the 19-year-old is unlikely to receive substantial minutes next season after returning to Anfield. It was reported that, with club talisman Mohamed Salah already occupying his position, and now the arrival of wing-back Jeremiafrimpong on the right flank, there is no obvious pathway to the first team for him. Liverpool are understood to only be entertaining permanent offers for Doak this summer. And Liverpool Report has now reported that rivals Everton are after the Scotland international's signature in what would be a hugely controversial transfer. Reports have previously suggested the 19-year-old is a prime target for David Moyes, despite it being extremely unusual for a player to cross the Merseyside divide. The Telegraph stated 2 weeks ago that Liverpool's £30 million asking price could prove to be a sticking point for the Toffees. The teenager's impressive start to his career has already attracted interest from several Premier League clubs. Crystal Palace and Ipswich Town reportedly had approaches turned down in January. Doak's performances at the Riverside Stadium this season were so eye-catching that Middlesbrough had hoped to re-sign the winger on a second loan deal this summer. The player himself revealed that Reds boss Slot had an important role in advising Doak to make his move to the northeast, approving the club as an ideal destination to receive valuable minutes. Doak told the Liverpool Echo, "I had a few clubs with eyes on me. The club helped me pick as well, and I watched a few Boro games, and I knew a few of the lads here. I didn't think there was a much better place than the Boro, especially, to be honest, the amount they have the ball on the right-hand side, and the team just naturally caters to my game. The club Liverpool helps you narrow it down, then you speak to the gaffers, and then just pick the team that takes your fancy, and Arne Slot obviously approved of the choice. He said Michael's Carrick team plays really good football. He's got the team playing really well." Doak signed for Liverpool from Celtic as a 16-year-old in 2022, and it quickly became clear he was a special talent. His performances in the academy were such that Jurgen Klopp handed him his senior debut in November after signing and started him 4 times last season, before injury ended his season.